The Native Americans have a long history of telling stories of the wild man of the woods. Legends of this creature have been passed down through countless generations through folklore and their art. Yet we still don't have any hard evidence for their existence. How can this be? I've thought about that quite frequently. Some would suggest that early natives came over the Bering Land Bridge with an ape known as Gigantopithecus during the last ice age, and their oral history is passed down through the memories. I don't know, I feel like this were the case. Somewhere down the line of the many generations, there'd be some sort of hard evidence, a tooth, a bone, or something concrete. We do, however, have artifacts that suggest they knew of these creatures, like this stone head, of what appears to look like an ape. These heads were dated from 1500 BC to 500 AD and found in Washington state. There hasn't been any evidence of apes being in North America, so how would they know what they have looked like? Here's another example of ancient native art that shows the hairy man located at Painted Rock in California. And here's some examples of masks representing the wild man used in native ceremonies. Notice the whistling lips in a lot of these. Whistling has often been reported during Bigfoot experiences. This one is pretty obvious. Many native tribes believe that Bigfoot can cloak or disappear when they want to. This would certainly explain why we can't catch them, or why footprints just stop as if the creature just vanishes. Some modern-day physicists say that there's different dimensions that take up the same space as ours, and we just can't see them because they're vibrating on a different frequency. Some Bigfoot encounters people have involve seeing orbs of light. Is this Bigfoot changing their frequency? Maybe the natives always knew things that we're just now starting to figure out. Things you know when you're closer to nature. Maybe we should have been listening to them the whole time. After all, they've been here long before us. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.
a legend from the ages, but as real as you or me. He's the one they call the Bigfoot, ever wild and always free. It's a story that's often been told by native Indians from the Northwest land, of a tribe of hairy people long ago who wanted not a thing to do with man, all dismissed as old superstitions by many who have faded now with time. But the winds of change are here. You can see this creature clear, but only if you open up your mind. We call him Bigfoot, barefooted giant of the wild, always somewhere out of sight, like a phantom in the night, watching all the while. He's a legend from the ages, but as real as you or me. He's the one they call the Bigfoot,